This blank's been in the workshop for a while. It's a large pinecone which I've done with blue and yellow resin. I'm going to turn it into a lidded pot with some Spackled Beech for the lid, with a little blue resin finial. Now that I have this attached to the lathe, I can start turning the basic shape for the pot. So what I've done so far is put the groove in so that we can put it onto the chuck. As I turned it, and this is a rather large hole there, a little bit of pitting, so what I might have to do just there, I might have to put some clear resin in there just to fill those holes up. But overall, liking the style, like the colours come out really well. So I'm going to sand this, I'm going to wet and dry this back, get it finished, and then I'm going to flip it over, and then we can turn out the inside and also finish off the outside. Because I'm probably going to put a little bit more shaping in there, not sure yet. But yeah, going to have to do something about that big hole, because that seems to go quite deep. Maybe put a little bit of clear resin in there. So that's been finished off with micromesh up to 12,000 grit. Just got to put some Yorkshire grit and then some wax there, and that'll be done. The two holes in the centre we'll probably fill with some coloured resin when we're doing the little bit of filling on the one on the side as well, that one there. So we'll probably do all of those holes together at the same time. Might do a different colour, not sure yet. Might try and keep it in with the blue, but it's got all those lovely swirls, so it might stand out a little bit. Maybe just stabilise it with some clear. So now I can finish that off. I'm not going to film that. And then I'll flip it over, so next time you see it, it'll be the other way around, and we'll be shaping. Now that's all sanded, polished and flipped, we're going to put it into its shape. Going to straighten off that top edge, and then we'll start boring out the centre and turning it into the little lidded pot that it's going to become. So what I've now done is bored out the centre, and I've also put the little raised lip in. You can still see the screw holes from where I mounted it onto the bracket. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. I might take a little bit more material out. Unfortunately, with the angle of the lathe and the wall, I'm unable to get any good shots of me working whilst it's actually on the lathe. But I'll get a few of the side as I polish it up. Making the lid, I'll get a few good videos of that. But at the minute, this bit's just a little bit tedious. So I bored it out with my carbide bits. So I've taken the bulk of it out with the square topped, and then used a circular top to sort of get a bit more finesse. I might take a little bit more out of the thickness, but I do quite like the style at the minute. And the shape, and it's also got a relatively nice weight to it as well, because I want it to be heavy but not too heavy. So I'm going to crack on with that. I'm not going to record it, but what I'll do once I've finished, I'll then turn the camera back on, and we'll get a bit more of the side profile as I clean it up and get it all nice and shiny, and then work on the lid and finial. Check that out. It's got a serious shine on it now. So that has had all of the micro mesh. Then we've used the cellulose sanding sealer for the wood, just to give it a bit of protection. Then you've got the Yorkshire grit, and then finally a top coat of wax. But that has come out absolutely how I expected and more. I've decided I'm going to keep in the few little divots. I'm just going to clean them out. So what I've done is got a piece of Spackled Beech. I've cut it to the right width, probably a bit too wide, but I'll trim that down at the top. It's got a really nice pattern on the front, so I'm going to just roughly shape it, then I'll turn the speed up and get it to the right size and style for the pot, and then I'll create the finial. Okay, so since last night, I think the camera cut out halfway through. I haven't edited the footage yet, but you can see here I've shaped the lid. So when I get the base, you'll have that sort of relief going up, and then I'm going to turn a finial there, probably make the hole a little bit wider as well. So what I'm going to do is carry on turning, take it down to the line there, which is just over flush, and then I'll replicate that shape into the lid and hopefully get rid of some of that chipping that's in there as well. So I shall start turning and see where we get to. And then we have the finished pot. So yeah, it came out really well in the end. The finial's probably a little bit too big, a little bit too long, but it's got a really nice seal to it, which I'm really happy with. Colours are awesome, really nice shine. Yeah, so we'll see what the next project holds. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.